Hello and welcome to another video. Today I have this Ryobi 40 volt blower and string trimmer system. So 40 volt system has a little bit more power, so allows you to get a almost gas-like power. So that's why I went with the 40 volt system. I did buy it off Direct Tools outlet. Let's see, there should be a sticker somewhere. So it is a factory blemished product, but I don't really care. It's going to be outside. It's going to get blemished essentially on first use. So I saved some money by buying it off of Direct Tools outlet. We're gonna throw some of this junk out of the way. Okay, this is the blower. As you can see, it looks brand new because it is brand new, except it had maybe some blemishes on the factory that they couldn't sell the product. So this is the trigger right here. Okay, the extensor here, we can just come off and snap back in place. It's pretty lightweight. We're going to put that down here. Alright, this is obviously brand new, still in packaging. The trimmer is easier to pull out the bottom of the box. Okay. Now this kit, I'll leave an Amazon link to it below, includes a 4 amp battery. So a 4 amp battery along with the 40 volt system, along with the charger. The battery is kind of heavy because it is a 4 amp battery or 4 amp hours. So it should be enough to give you about an hour of use between the blower and the trimmer. And with the size of my yard, should be enough to do my job. All right. So this is the battery, quite heavy. There's no buttons on it to kind of tell. Well, there is a button on it, and actually, right off the bat, it's less than 50% charged. So you can hit that button to tell you the current charge status. It just snaps on to the charger just like that. The charger has a proprietary pin that plugs in right there. I'm going to plug it into the wall. Plugging it into the wall, you can see the battery indicator here blinking. That means it's charging. So we're going to let that sit here and charge. The other things in the package, this is the things that make a string trimmer, like the cover so that you're not flinging things onto your body, the handle. Let's go ahead and put together the string trimmer. All right, there's some cardboard in here. I'm going to pull that out. And lay it flat here. They do give you an operator manual for the battery, the blower, as well as the string trimmer. To put it together, you're going to pull out this part of your string trimmer operator manual. It's the first page, and it gives you the instructions. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. You can go ahead and unscrew the bolts here or screws here. You can see the divots on here on the lower part, so that's how you know that where the screws are supposed to line up. And you're going to just push it in all the way. All right, once you push it in all the way, you can go ahead and screw your screws back on. As you can see, it's kind of pushing it back out. I'm going to go ahead and push it in all the way. You can change the height of the shaft by loosening these screws and then sliding it up if you want it a little bit taller. I'm shorter, so I pushed it in all the way because this is probably the preferable height for me. If you're taller, you can extend it out a little bit further to give yourself that much more room. Okay, as far as the bottom here, let's go ahead and install the handle. The handle is pretty easy. There's this wing nut here. You can just kind of unscrew that. This is supposed to go on here. It's a hard plastic, so I think the best way to do it would be to kind of like hold that in place somehow and then push it in. There we go. So it snaps into place. Once it's snapped into place, you can go ahead and put that screw back in there. And again, you can also adjust where this sits on the rod depending on your preference. Once that's done, it's time to install the guard on the bottom here. The screws are taped on to the actual guard here. So 4 holes for 4 screws. We're gonna match the shape of the actual trimmer, face it upside down, throw the screws in and screw it in place. So that's pretty quick and easy. So the string here is auto feed, which is a pain in the butt. So most people don't like auto feed, neither do I, but the price point of this Ryobi device was pretty good. I got it for about $120 plus shipping, so $130 or so for both the blower and the trimmer with the 4 amp hour battery, which is the bigger battery. So for me, it was worth it, but depending on how much you have to do, you may not enjoy this 0.08 inch auto feed string system. This is thick, but not thickest. It will break easy. Either way, even if it doesn't break, this thing is going to keep feeding it. So this would cut the string, right? As it's running, this will hit here and cut the string. Problem is that this will, every time you turn it on and off, it feeds more string. That means it's cutting off more and more string every time you turn it on and off. So that's just a waste of string. It's a poorly designed system, but that's the easiest thing they can offer. Plugging in the battery for the first time into the device. Let's go and get this off here. So there is a button here that helps you take it off. So I'm going to plug it in here. The blower, you just press the button here. So you can actually control the strength of the blower by the trigger. So you can use as much or as little force as you want. It's pretty lightweight. It's pretty easy to maneuver. This handle has a really nice grip to it, so it's not gonna scratch up your hands or cause unnecessary strain. Let's see. And it's got a little thing on the bottom, so it sits flat on the shelf. I do like that, otherwise it kind of rolls around. Okay, and then the handles, the trigger is right on the handle right there. Okay, it is loud because the fan's going to be loud, but it's not as loud as a gas one. So that's pretty good. Most of the weight's coming from the battery, it feels like. Yep, once you take the battery off, let's go ahead and put it on the string trimmer. Right, same thing. It just kind of slides on like so. This diameter here is adjustable, so you can actually turn this over to this way, and it will change it from 10-inch to 12-inch diameter, which will give you a little bit more leeway. It's still obviously going to auto feed every time you turn on the device and waste more string, but there's nothing you can do about that. I actually trimmed that part of the grass here, but I forgot to record or hit record. So let me trim some more of this grass and show you how well it works. So there is a trigger on top here that you have to press to allow you to press the actual It's not too loud, it's actually perfect. that's it for this video on this Ryobi 40-volt trimmer and blower system. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.